I will be simulating the full 25-26 Premier League season, but there's a twist. I will first have to predict where every team finishes, and if I don't get at least 7 predictions spot on, then I'll give away another copy of EAFC 26, but let's start from the bottom. The team I'm predicting to finish all the way last is Burnley. They've just gotten promoted and all, but I really just don't see them staying up. That's why for the 20th, I'm going with Burnley. Now, 19th is a bit of an interesting one. I've actually gone with Wolves. They have been struggling a little bit past few seasons, and on top of that, they've just lost their very best player, Matheus Cunha. I think that'll hurt them a lot and get them relegated from the Premier League. Now for the last side, getting relegated, I'm saying that will be Leeds United. I'm sorry, maybe that's boring. 2 out of the 3 promoted sides going straight back down, but that's my prediction. They've bought a few good players, such as Lucas Perry for goal, or Calvert-Lewin for the attack, and Sean Longstaff for the midfield, but it's not like you think wow with them signings. So that's why they'll get relegated, in my opinion. Now for the team I think that'll barely survive relegation is actually West Ham. They literally also lost their best player, Mohamed Kudus. West Ham is going to struggle this season. Another team I think will struggle this season is actually Brentford, who I've put at 16th. They've just lost their manager Thomas Frank to Tottenham, so I think they'll have a tough season. Fulham is the team I've put in 15th place. No big reason. Kinda just needed a team for 15th and thought Fulham was good for that. In the 14th might be a big shock to a lot of people, but I've said Nottingham Forest. Yes, they've just had an incredible season. And yes, they've already won their first game of the season, but I actually feel like they will drop their form later on in the season, and that'll hurt them a lot. So that's why I've put them so low. Everton is the team at 13th for me. Just kind of mid-table for them as usual. It will be very interesting to see how Jack Grealish plays here, but yeah, 13th for me. In 12th is another potential upset in league placement. I've gone ahead and put Sunderland here. I think they'll actually have a good season, especially with all the good signings they've made. Reinildo from Atletico Madrid, Adingra from Brighton, and we can't forget Granit Xhaka, who will play a huge part in this Sunderland team. Sunderland will definitely have a good first season back. In 11th, I've gone with Bournemouth. Just kind of another team there in mid-table, no other big reason, but they have lost some of their best defenders, so that could actually hurt them this season. We've now finally reached the top 10, the real juicy predictions, and in 10th I've gone with Brighton. They have lost a few good players and not made that many great signings, but I think Brighton always finds a way to get the job done. In 9th is Manchester United for me. Yes, I know maybe that's a bit too high for them. I should realistically have them relegated, but we gotta have some unrealistic predictions in here as well. And United at 9th is my one. In 8th, I've actually gone with Newcastle United. They have basically lost Isak. I think he's actually still out there crying somewhere hoping he can get out of this club, but I don't see Newcastle getting top 5 again for now. But in 7th, I have Crystal Palace. Yes, you heard me. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace always finishes in mid-table, but I really think this year is their year. They finally finish somewhat top half. They always turn up at the end of the season, but I think this is their year. And in 6th, I have Aston Villa. Yeah, I've basically predicted them bang on the same as last season. But in 5th, I've actually gone with Tottenham. They literally have prime Richarlison in their squad. Bro is turning up just like Antony last season. The Premier League is not ready for that man. So he's taking Tottenham to 5th. Now for the top 4, who have I gone with? Well, in 4th, I've actually gone with Arsenal. Yes, I'm predicting them to not get 2nd. That should be illegal, I know. But listen, I say 4th now, but they'll probably still find a way to get 2nd. And for 3rd place, I've put Liverpool. I don't think they'll win the Premier League back-to-back. So that's why I'm putting them 3rd, because I genuinely think there are 2 teams better than them. So who have I put at the top? Manchester City or Chelsea? Well, in 2nd, I've gone with Manchester City. Incredible signings they've made this transfer window with Reindeer and Ryan Cherky, but I really don't think they'll top 1st place, which I've said to be Chelsea. Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan. Yes, I'm going to be 100% biased. What are you going to do? You can't do nothing. I am saying Chelsea is winning the Premier League. This is our year. We've literally just won the Club World Cup. Now it's time for the Premier League. We're bringing the title back to us. But anyways, those are my predictions for the Premier League table. Remember, I have to get 7 spot on right, and if I don't, then I'll give away a copy of FC 26 to a subscriber of mine. So make sure you're subscribed right now. Anyways, let's simulate this season on the game and see what EA predicts the season will be. So I've now simulated till the end of the season, but before we check out the Premier League table, let's take a look at what EA predicts for some of these other competitions. Let's check all the top 5 leagues, starting with the French League first, and of course it's PSG winning the league again, but it's actually kind of close. But the top 3 is the exact same as to the top 3 3 in the previous season, so kinda boring predictions. EA also thinks Bayern will win the Bundesliga again. Also, no real surprise here. Dortmund only in 5th though, and Stuttgart back in top 4. Okay, now for Serie A, and EA thinks it's Inter Milan. They apparently get their revenge on Napoli from last year and take it now. That could also happen. That's not unrealistic at all. But what about the La Liga? And okay, they predict Barcelona to win it back-to-back. Lamine Yamal must have been cooking, but again, they've actually predicted the exact same top 5 as to the previous season. EA is just one boring prediction maker. But before we go to the Premier League, now let's take a look at some European competitions, starting with the Conference League. And oh my god, EA thinks Fiorentina will finally take home their title. They've lost 2 finals and 1 semi-final in this competition in the last 3 years, so they definitely deserve a title. What a Europa League final this would be. But I don't think it's even possible because neither are in the Europa League. Anyways, let's move on from that. The Champions League winner is Barcelona though. That would be amazing from them. But Dortmund, losing yet another final? They are just one unlucky team. But now for the moment we've all been waiting for. The Premier League. I need at the very least 7 correct spot on here, or else I'll give away a copy of FC 26 to a subscriber, so make sure you're subscribed. But let's take a look at the table. Okay, so in 20th EA thinks it'll be Wolves. Damn, that's annoying because I had them at 19th, so 1 off. But then they got Sunderland at 19th while I had them at 12th. That's a crazy mismatch there. Still no correct. And last relegation side is Bournemouth according to EA, and I put them at 11th. Again, me and EA do not think alike at all. At 17th, they've gone with Brentford, which is actually really close to my 16th prediction. We're getting close, but not quite there. They have Fulham at 16th while I had them at 15th. No, not again. Bro, stop being 1 off. Oh my god, they have Everton in 14th, and I put them at 13th. I really think EA is trying to rig this, so I have to give away a copy of the game. They have West Ham at 14th, and I put them at 17th, so again, not correct there. And of course they had Forest in 13th. Almost like they knew I put them at 14th. Thank you. I'm so happy we are on the same path, EA. They for some reason got Burnley at 12th while I had them dead last. In 11th, they have Crystal Palace, and I put them at 7th, halfway through, and still no same predictions. They think Tottenham can only get 10th while I had them at 5th. And why have they put Leeds United at 9th? I put them all the way at 18th. Aston Villa finishes in 8th according to EA, and I put them in the top 6, Manchester United 7th for them. While I had them at 9th, yeah, I've pretty much lost the challenge. But can I get 1 correct predictions at least? They only have Chelsea at 6th? Really? Don't they know we are going to go invincible this season and win every trophy possible? Anyways, EA clearly isn't thinking right. But in 5th, they've gone with Brighton. Why the hell is Brighton so high? I have them at 10th place. Newcastle gets 4th here according to EA, while I think they'll get 8th. Damn. Arsenal in 3rd, and I put them at 4th. I really think we might not get one same prediction. Oh my god. EA put Manchester City in 2nd, and so did I. We actually think so alike. We really agree on a lot. I always knew me and EA were compatible. It's almost like we read each other's minds. They did predict Liverpool to win the Premier League, but that's just a mistake. They obviously meant Chelsea, because we are winning the league. But that was all the predictions. From every single league, according to EA, I'm still kinda surprised they think Barcelona will win the Champions League. But comment down below whose prediction you think is more accurate, my amazing predictions or EA's clearly rage-baiting predictions. You better say my name, or else I'm coming for you. But remember to subscribe if you want a chance to win that extra copy of FC 26.